Hey, how's it going? It's Ollie here. Check out this Barbie doll styling head. Might seem like a really random product, right? But the fact of the matter is, it's making £26,159 per month on Amazon in the UK. So at the moment it's selling for $29.99. Alright, there's 3 variations. Imagine if you could buy it for £10. Think how much of a slice you could get of this monthly revenue instantly, without building a brand, without doing any advertising, without even creating a listing, because you can just piggyback on this listing. This is the power of wholesale. So if we go to the other sellers on Amazon section of this listing, you can see the amount of people that are actually doing this. All right, so there's Amazon selling the product. This is Amazon themselves. There's also CC Store selling it. Also Bonds Aglio. I don't know how to pronounce that. All these sellers have bought this product wholesale and are selling it for a profit. It can be a really good way to get your Amazon business started. This is what Angela's been doing. So I interviewed Angela. She's absolutely crushed it. She did like 200 sales in a week. Leave a comment below with your number one insight from this video. The thing that really made you think, oh, that's helpful or inspiring or useful for your journey. Thanks so much for watching. Catch you in a bit. Hey, how's it going? It's Ollie here. Very warm welcome to this student success story interview with Angela. So Angela, I want to say a massive thanks for agreeing to do this. She's really starting to get some exciting results with Amazon, mainly Arbitrage, and also, as I just discovered, wholesale, which excites me because that's like the next evolution from Arbitrage. So I really wanted to get her on a call and actually discuss. So Angela, first of all, thanks so much for joining me. How are you doing today?
I'm good, thank you. How you doing?
Yeah, very good. Excited. Excited to hear about your results, really. So we're going to start from the beginning, right? And so you joined Platinum Coaching, and like with everybody, it's a leap of faith. Like, who is this weird dude on the internet? He's selling a program. Should I join? Should I not join? Did you have any like obstacles or like hesitations in the beginning before joining the program that maybe made you doubt it or did you have any doubts in your mind before you started?
Not really. It was my next progression, like goals really. When people set New Year's resolutions, I needed to make sure I had a side hustle, not just my 9 to 5 to rely on. Anything can happen in that world, as we're going seeing at the moment. So I just needed to do another side hustle, looking at tons of different videos and looking at the Amazon side. But I'm like, this seems like something that I could probably do, and it looks interesting, and I'll probably enjoy it. So that was my leap of faith, basically doing a side hustle. I looked at all the different side hustles and I'm like, that's not for me. But this one is working. I love it. It's really good.
So what was it about Amazon then that made you think this could work for me? Rather than, like you say, there's so much stuff you could do, right? What was it about Amazon that made you think actually this could probably work?
Because I don't have to deal with the customers. I just love it. And like my mum does eBay, and I'm like, I don't want the hassle. I said I need to have something done for me where I just basically source all the products. It can go in, source my own product and brand it, and then let them deal with it for me. So they're basically doing some of the work, the legwork for you, which can take a lot of time in administration.
Oh, awesome. So your mum has an eBay business, does she? So
Yeah,
that's cool. So that probably made it seem a bit more real, right? Because you see your mum, does she
yeah,
take stuff to the post office and deal with, there's crazy people on
she
eBay.
does.
Like
Yeah,
there's loonies, right?
there's a
Over
lot.
eBay.
There's a lot. I
Right.
was like, Mum, I don't know how you dealing with that, but that's not for me. Sorry.
Wow. Yeah, she must have strong will
She
to.
does. She does car boot sales as well, so she loves
Oh,
it. She
really?
loves that whole entity of it. And I'm
Oh,
like, not for me, Mum. Sorry,
man.
no.
Right. So you liked Amazon because, well, you send stuff into the warehouse. And so have you ever dealt with any customers on Amazon so far?
Only for invoicing.
Okay, well, that's easy. You just
So I
send.
get my the system tells me someone wants to invoice, and you just click a button. That's it,
No.
really. So it's
Fantastic.
good.
All right. So look, people watching this video going, okay, so what's Angela done? So Let give me a result. I'm interested in what you've done in the last month because that's probably the most exciting. So let me know what results you've had over the past like month, the last 30 days.
Okay, so my quarter four was my first quarter four. I've only started doing this in July in arbitrage. So I made about 2,600 in sales. And then I got a profit of that around about 950 odd. Um, and yeah, I was shocked because everyone talks about quarter four, quarter four, quarter four. And I'm like, I'm not really gearing up for quarter four because I'm not really buying seasonal products. I'll
Mm,
just buy my normal products, keep putting them in, and we'll see how they go. Yeah, they went. Everybody bought everything. I was like, wow,
wow.
okay, this is a real thing. It's a real thing.
Wow.
January, we were coming into the end of January now. I didn't think that I would have sales. It's obviously I would never look at quarter four and looking at January, but January done pretty well as well. It was slow, but it was steady, and lots of things have been going out. So I've added a lot more inventory into my products. So and they've been going very well as well.
Wow. So you did 2,600 and it's still going in January and February's looking bigger, right? Because you
Yeah,
mentioned you've been restocking, have you, this month?
yeah. I've stocked around about 900 items.
Wow.
And some of them are stuff that I've already been selling, which have been selling really well. And some of them are new bits and pieces because I found another new wholesale online, which is like, whoops, here we go. It was Christmas shopping all over again.
Amazing. So
um,
for people who don't know, so you started with arbitrage, right?
yeah,
And then you did a
retail.
bit of arbitrage. So what did that involve? Like, what's the process of arbitrage?
I basically on a Sunday, because I work full time 9 to 5, so Sunday I'll just go around to the stores and just basically just start picking up stuff and start scanning. Unbeknown to my husband and daughter, who thought we was going to the shops to go shopping, and I was doing my own shopping. So
Right.
basically, just picking up everything and anything, and just scanning, and just seeing if it was going to give me a good ROI, whether it was a private label product, how many people were selling that product, and there was different variations, which I've been stung once on the variations, never again, because I didn't
Mhm.
realize that the number was given to me was across all the board of the variations. But yeah, it was just basically picking up and just putting loads of stuff in my basket. But just like how you talk for the private label, I only did test batches of those
Mm.
products. So I'd only buy maybe 20 and just sending them in and just checking to see how that went before start buying in the hundreds of certain products. But yeah, but now I've got the wholesale. I've got two wholesales that I deal with. I'm just buying in the hundreds and
Oh,
sending
wow.
them all in.
So how did you transition then from going to shops like, Tesco's, places like that, doing the arbitrage to wholesale? How did you think, okay, I want to buy a few hundred units, and where did you go to find this stuff? Because a lot of people get stuck on, okay, where do I find a supplier? Like, how
Yeah.
did you transition from arbitrage to wholesale?
Oh, I went from the retail side of it because it was time. So
Mm.
I work 9 to 5 and I've got a quite stressful job. So Saturdays and Sundays usually packed with family stuff. But Sunday I took my own time out. It was timing. So then I went on to online arbitrage and I was going through that. And then after doing, I think, your masterclass and so forth, someone must have mentioned something about shops local to your area. So that's when I started to do wholesale searching for local area in my area. And I
Ah.
found quite a few and I contacted a few because a lot of them have got quite strict criteria. Like, yes, you have to be a limited company, you have to have a website and so forth. So I didn't really touch those ones. Even though I am a limited company, I'm not VAT registered. But I found local ones that had a very low limit and you could just go in there as well and not just do it online. And then basically I had a full dose. It was like a sweet shop, just scanning loads of stuff in that area. So I used that one very regularly and I found another one online as well. And I'm thinking that this is, I don't need to do retail anymore. I'm just doing wholesale. It's fine.
Wow.
And I also download their product sheets and add that into my tool to basically let that do the work for me. And it basically lets me know if these things are good, if it's not good. And I don't have to sit there and go through every single product on their website.
Right. So you literally just Googled like wholesalers near me,
I mean,
and then you
yep.
found one, and then you went in there and just
Not, yeah,
scanned stuff.
not just Google, but Google Maps. Do it in Google
Oh,
Maps and do
interesting.
wholesales near me, and it will give
Yeah.
you a list of, and you can just phone them up and just say, can you come in if it's opened, or do you have a limit that you have to spend, and so forth. Most of them are quite happy to talk to you, and I always hear people saying, oh, but they don't let people in there if you're doing Amazon. Don't tell them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't need
I
to
was about
know.
to ask you actually. So you don't mention where you're selling this stuff. You just say, I need a load of products. Thing is, they don't need to know. They
They
don't,
don't need to know.
as long as you're giving them money and buying their shit, like they're fine, right?
That's
Yeah.
correct. That is correct. And most of the time I do it online because, like I said, I'm working. So during my lunch break, I'm on their website. I'll do a load of ordering, throw it in. And because it's local to me, I can go and pick it up by car. So I don't have to pay for delivery because it's only like 5 minutes by car for me. The other
Mm,
one I do get because they're up in Manchester, but they do next day and it's quite reasonable for the cost. So I spread that delivery cost over the cost of the items. So if it's 900 items, you just divide it, blah, blah, blah. So it's quite minimal
okay.
on the
So
cost.
that one's online and they ship it to
That was
you.
online. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Amazing. So yeah, this must be how then, because I saw the screenshot in the Platinum in the Slack group where you said you got 227 sales in a week. That was wholesale, right?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
wow, that was incredible.
That's
Oh,
wholesale.
cool. All right. So obviously you've been using oh, tell me what tool. You said you used a
Mhm.
tool, an app
Yes.
for the
I
research.
use
Use.
Profitable for the scanning when I'm out and about, if I'm ever out and about. But I use that online. I have an extension for Google. So I
Yeah.
use that a hell of a lot. And I also use Sellerboard to help with my inventory. Now, at
Hmm.
the beginning, I was like, I don't want to spend all this money on different tools, but working full time and having to do that, I said I needed the help because I was going to
Hmm.
start upscaling and not just buying 10 here, 20 here. I'm sending a shitload into the warehouse now. And I
Yeah.
need to have something that's going to basically help me with the inventory, let me know what I need to restock up on, let me know what I need to buy, what's not selling, or anything that's been dropped in price. So that's been quite good.
Right. So the
But
profitable. How do you spell that?
it is, give
It's
me a second, I'm
profit.
a little bit
Profit
dyslexic.
then then L, right? Profit L. Is
Yes,
that
correct. Yeah,
basically?
Profit
So
L. Yeah. So
P
P
R
R O
O
F
F I
I
T
T
L.
L. Yeah.
Right, right. Just for people, they can go and find it. And the other one was seller board. So that's what
Yeah.
plugs into your Amazon account, tells you
Correct.
sales and inventory
Yeah.
and profit margins, all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Alrighty. So with Profital, they have an app for your phone, do they? And you can scan stuff in the
Correct.
shops, and it
Yeah.
tells you how quick it's going to sell, the profit it's going to make, all that kind of thing. Basically,
All
whether
that
you
good
should
stuff.
buy it or not when you're in
Yeah.
the shop or in the
And
warehouse.
then it also has the on the website of it, you can upload you can upload the downloads you get from your wholesales so that it can do all the work for you. You just have to
Ah,
manipulate it a little bit, but
yep.
then once you've done that, you put it all through and it will scan however items are in that sheet. So it's really good.
Oh, that's cool. And can you use that on the web to actually search for products as well in
Yes.
online stores?
Yes. So my
Yeah.
laptop is always on my lap, sitting down watching TV.
Just scouting out for hot deals, right? Yeah. So I used to use FBA Wizard, but I don't know if that exists anymore when I did
Okay,
arbitrage. And there's the tools always change, but the to
they
be honest,
do.
the strategy is the same, right? We're buying cheap and we're selling for a profit, and we're trying to get as
Correct.
many units as possible, basically of whether it's private label, wholesale, arbitrage. Yeah, all right. So, obviously you've been in the Platinum group. So, what did you like about Platinum? Like, how did that help you get some results?
The networking of it is good. Slack is brilliant. So all the
Mm.
users in there, that putting out the information and so forth. The coaches are great as well. And obviously, I've done one of your masterclass weekends as well, just to get an overview and a more in-person overview of how it all works and so forth. And the coaching calls you do every 2 weeks have been brilliant. So
I'm glad.
it has been really good. But the videos of going through everything were top notch. So you didn't really the videos just took you through everything. And as I said to you earlier, I need to go back through some of them because I've got my second private label test batch coming in. So there's certain
Mm.
things I need to double check on and just go through again, refresh, and then do it that way around as well.
Amazing. Fantastic. And you won the prize, right, last month. We do competitions every
Yeah,
month in Platinum, and you
yeah, but I
won.
didn't realize.
You didn't realize, yeah, because I announced it on the coaching call, and I was like, "Why isn't Angela like claimed her money?" I was like, "What's happening?" And I realized, yeah, you didn't even know, so I had to
I
nudge you.
didn't know
Like,
because
hey,
I hadn't been on. I hadn't been on for like a month or so because I had so much stuff going on at home. I
right.
knew the other day and I watched like I didn't even have time to watch the reruns. And then you said, "Oh, Angela, yeah." I'm like, "Yeah." Is that you won? I was like, "Wow."
Well, there you go. Well, you've got your cash now, right? So you can go off and
Yeah, thank you. I
more,
did. Thank
buy some
you.
more stock.
I
Fantastic.
did.
All right. Oh, good. I'm glad. So, how has this new side hustle changed things for you? Like, how obviously you look, you're not making millions yet, right?
No,
But
not yet. Not yet.
some changes must have happened. So let me know what changes have you seen so far?
I'm more hungry to get on to do more sales so that I can maybe ditch my 9 to 5 freeze, not soon, but soon enough to cover my bills and so forth. But I really enjoy doing what I'm doing with it as well, even though I do IT as my normal day job, but this
Hmm.
side is a different side to it. So I get excitement of doing stuff, packaging stuff up, and sending stuff in. But I think because of that large batch that I did, and I had a little bit of a hiccup because I had 2 bits of makeup, similar colouring, and I had to rebadge 300 bags. I was like,
Ooh.
no. I said, I can't do this again.
Right.
So I'm looking at the fulfillment centers now. I'm looking at the
Ah,
to send them into the prep center, sorry.
yeah.
So I'm looking at costings of that and just seeing how much I need to do to basically break even to basically use one of those centers to do the large amounts that I'm going to start sending in.
So that's the next step up.
Yeah,
Another option you can do, if it works for you, is rather than using a prep center, is just hire somebody to do it all for you.
this is true.
Another
Yeah,
option. So there's the prep center option, which is good because it's always a service done for you.
yeah,
Or there's the look, hire somebody. It could be a nephew, could be a friend of a
yeah.
friend, who just wants to earn a bit of cash, and that could be another
My
option.
friend did actually mention that actually, so I that is an option. But
Yeah.
one of the options I did like when I spoke to one of the centers I rang up probably about 2 weeks ago, is that you can get ungated very quickly in Amazon,
Mhm.
which I didn't realize. I haven't it hasn't happened to me yet, and hopefully touch
Mhm.
wood it doesn't. But they said because they have quite a few sellers, if you've bought a load of stuff and
Mm.
all of a sudden you're ungated and you can't get re-ungated again, they
Mhm.
can contact another seller and say, "Do you want to buy what they purchased at the same price that you buy?" So you don't lose.
Ah,
And I'm like, "That's amazing." I was like,
that's really
"Oh,
good. So they can buy the
that's really
inventory
good."
off you. Yeah.
Exactly. I'm like,
Awesome.
"Yeah, that's that's a good thing to have in your back pocket because you
Yeah.
don't want to be get caught, even though you've been selling." And I didn't realize that even if you have been selling for ages, you can get stopped at any point. And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh."
I mean, it's unlikely, but it can happen. It's good to have
Yeah.
any
So
time
there's
you're
some
running a
options.
business.
Like I've got the invoices, so I usually just send those in, and it usually takes 2 seconds to ungate anyway. Once you have an invoice with the right information on it, it works. Because all the wholesale ones I've got, I just send them in. I'm like, and it's done within a second. So I'm like, it's fine.
Right. Yeah, I mean, in any business, you want to protect your downside, right? You always think,
No,
what's the
most
worst case?
definitely.
And how can we? Another option is eBay. You could always sell the stuff on eBay. I'm sure your mum can
Yes.
help with that.
Yes, you
But yeah,
can.
we'll deal with that. Cross that bridge
Yeah.
when we come to it,
No,
right?
most definitely.
Cool. All right. Well, so thanks so much for agreeing to have a chat. It's been enlightening. So, final thoughts. Would you recommend other people to join Platinum and get started selling on Amazon?
Oh, most definitely. There's time there for everybody, and don't listen to the naysayers saying that Amazon's dead. It's not. It's only growing, and people buy most of their stuff on Amazon all the time. It's not going anywhere. It's too big for that, and it's got too much of a network of different avenues on it. So it's only going to get bigger and better.
Yeah, I completely agree. And so, do you make sales while you're at work,
Yeah,
at your job? It's a good feeling.
yeah, yeah,
When
yeah.
you're
I get all my
asleep or
emails
when
through, and I'm
you're
like,
checking the app. See, the thing is for you, Angela, this is just the start, right? So you're been doing this for a couple of months. It's starting to take off. And we were talking just before the interview about the snowball. Like if you just keep sending stuff in and you keep finding new lines, like you mentioned there's a product you're buying for like what is it, 90p, selling it
yeah,
for £3 or whatever. Like you
yeah,
might still be selling that in 6 months. Plus you might find new lines this month that sell, plus next month,
correct.
the month after. Sooner or later you might have like so do you know how many lines you have now? How many different products you have that regularly sell?
I have 30.
30. Right. So
Yeah,
how would the business change if that like quadrupled? If you had 120? I mean,
I'll be finishing. I think I'll be finishing my job because of
right.
that. Yeah,
Well, that's
yeah.
the next stage, right?
Yeah,
So,
it
so
is. It's just keep adding more stuff on, and that's what I do with the wholesales. Is adding the old stuff that I have that is selling, dropping anything that's making less profit, because people like to drop prices on Amazon. Anyway, it's a different story. And
Oh
then
yeah.
just finding more new stuff to add on and add on and add on, and stuff that keeps selling. I don't want to do anything that's to do with Christmas or Easter or anything like that. I haven't got time for
Seasonal,
that.
isn't it?
And yeah, no seasonal stuff. Just stuff that people
Evergreen.
keep buying.
Absolutely. And you've got your private label on the way as well, right? So you've
Yes,
reinvested some of the money.
I did.
That
Yep.
adds a whole other avenue of
But that was
investment.
the reason why I wanted to do it as well, because you mentioned in there, if you need to get extra funds, do arbitrage. And I'm like,
Mm,
why not? And it
fantastic.
works and it's paid off. So
Yeah,
yeah.
you got a chunk of cash now, right? To reinvest.
Yep.
So, all right. Well, massive congrats for your results so far. I can't wait to catch up in a few months and see, do like a catch up interview if you're up
Yeah.
for that, and just yeah, see when things have really taken off even more. But yeah, thanks so much for the chat today, and yeah, really
Thank you.
appreciate it. Thanks so much for watching that interview with Angela. So, if you want to get your Amazon business started, click the link in the description and you can book in an Amazon Accelerator call. So, what you do is fill in a very quick application form, takes about 2 minutes, and we'll have a chat and we'll talk about your goals, get clear on really what you want to build, how you want to make changes in your life, and what income you'd like to earn and what kind of business you'd like to build. Then we'll talk about what are things like now? What have you tried before in the past? Have you ever had a business before? Or are you brand new? Do you have an Amazon account or do you not? Once I know where you're starting from, we can build that into the plan. Then when I know where you're starting from, where you want to get to, we can look at, okay, what would be the things you might need help with along the way? And once we've talked about all that, it'll be much easier for us to come together and create a plan that's tailored for you to help you hit your goals. And then if you want some help implementing that plan, we can talk about how that works too. So click the link in the description, book an Amazon Accelerator call. Thanks so much for watching this video. Click subscribe, click like, leave a comment about what inspired you about this. And I can't wait to catch you soon.